Hi y'all, it's Kathy Joe. How you doing? Today I'm in a collaboration. It's Christmas in July. I've never done a Christmas in July, and don't give me the devil. You know who you are. I ain't even gonna say it, but anyway, my first time. So I'm collaborating with Kay and Trish from Crafting Covens. They're in a coven. No, they're not. Crafting Cousins. Emily from Farm Charm Chic, and Lianep from DIY Beauty on Purpose. This is my second collaboration with Kay and Trish from Crafting Cousins. And me and Lianep, we've done a few together. If it wasn't for Lianep, my channel would have never got taken off. I mean, she has been so good to me. She is my sound and ear, and anytime I need anything, she's there. We've been friends for a long time, and I appreciate her. I appreciate them all. And Emily, I don't personally know her, but I've watched her channel for a while, and she's very talented. All these ladies are very talented, and Emily seems so sweet, and everybody tells me that she is from Farm Charm Chic. But anyway, I'm excited. I will have the playlist in my description box. Y'all go check out these ladies. Let's see what they've come up with. And because I know you won't be disappointed. And I got one thing left to say. No, I don't. I got two things left to say. If you like my channel, please subscribe. And I don't ever ask. I asked last video Friday. And give me a thumbs up. Please. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Okay, y'all. Right here, I got two of those little slats from the Dollar Tree. There was the SKU number. I'm just going to remove the little strings from them, and I'm not going to fill in the holes. I'm going to sand them down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take some antique wax. Y'all, stay with me here because, look, I did this like 3 weeks ago, two of these, and I'm trying to remember. And I just take a baby wipe and I stain them down. And then I'm going to take some cashew chalk paint by Waverly, and I'm going to give it like a messy coat, but a heavy messy coat. You know what I mean? I saw these little things on Instagram. And I was like, oh, I want these so bad. Anyway, then I sanded it down and I decided to make them myself. I don't know how they made them. I know it wasn't how I did, but that's what I did. And that's that brick and brack stuff I got from the Dollar Tree like 2 years ago for $1. And I thought, oh no, what am I going to do with this? And I've just used it to death. And you all can take a quarter. I just thought about that. Excuse me, but I took that little round piece and I drew a little head, and now I'm just drawing little dresses. Now look, you can do this. Anybody can do it. I mean, I'm telling you, I erased it 10 times. No, not that many, but at least 3, and fixed stuff so y'all can do it. Look how easy. I'm just florp, like wrinkly, shaky, like drawing. You know what I mean? And then now here I drew like a C, and then made it like heavy, wide, you see what I mean? But I didn't connect it. Now, I know I'm out of frame, and I'm out of frame a lot on this one, because I got that new pole, because my other one was disco light, so just bear with me. And I'm going to take hot glue, and I'm just going to outline everything that I drew. I mean, everything. The dress, the wings, the head, but with the halo, I use wood glue, hot glue, but not on purpose. I just had to use my fine tip glue gun, and it shows up yellow, but I knew I was going to be painting it gold. But anyway, yeah, you draw it out, just trace it out with your glue gun and get glue all over the whole thing. These things come out so cool. They're beautiful, you guys. I love them. And there I use my fine tip to get the halo. Oh, and then I take a chippy brush, and I'm going to just dust all the glue webs away. Now, I'm taking that metallic paint. I believe it's by Folk Art, I think. No, I got that at Hobby Lobby. I don't know who made it. But can y'all see it? But I paint the halos with that. It's metallic gold. And then I take the Rust-Oleum Linen White Chalk paint, and I paint their wings, and I give them 2 coats. And then I take that new color Dusk by Waverly, that blue, and that new color Night Sky by Waverly. It's a blue. And I paint each of their dresses in each of the color. And then I take 2 pieces I just had, and I think it's from those little slats that come in the package. And I put antique wax on them. And I end up doing it in 2 craft sticks, just regular popsicle sticks. I traced them out to make them the length of my little board there, and clip off the ends. And I'm going to take cashew chalk paint, and I'm going to do the exact same thing to them that I did to the bigger pictures. And y'all, I know. Okay, then I'm going to take hot glue and some twine. Wait a minute. And wrap it all the way around the top of my little pictures. I'm going to cover my little holes. And, yeah. And just wrap that twine around through there and hot glue it down. Then I take 2 little LED candles and some of that burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I wrap it around my 2 little LED candles because I just thought it'd be cute with the jute twine that was wrapped around the top of the picture. And then I'm going to take some hot glue and I'm going to set it down on top of my little shelf thing there. You see what I'm doing? Yeah. And then I take hot glue and run it close to the back of my picture to make my shelf stand better. I do it to both of them. And here they all are. Y'all, these are just so simple. Look at those. Oh my gosh. I hope y'all love them as much as I do. I put heavier cashew in where their faces are. And y'all might not like them, but I love those. And hang them on the wall or set them on a shelf or anything. Shoot, you could probably set them in your Christmas tree. Okay, y'all, here's the ladies. We got Lianep from DIY Beauty on Purpose, Kay and Trish from Crafting Cousins, Emily from Farm Charm Chic, and Kathy Jo Murray. That's Murray. Anyway, y'all, I'll have the link in the description box. Go check out their videos. You won't be disappointed. Okay. Right here, got a pizza pan, and I painted it in plastered chalk paint, and I give it 2 coats. Now, this is a copycathy. You'll see in the end, it's Linda Collins, and she's the one, and she actually sent me, so sweet, the wrapping paper that she used on her pizza pan. So, and because I loved it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And I love that blue, and I like that. And I'm going to take Gorilla adhesive spray, and I'm going to put my wrapping paper down with that. I think it was wrapping paper. The rusticness of it, I like that with the deer and the wood scene and all that, and the little cabin. It's beautiful. So all the like big heavy excess, I'm going to cut off there with my scissors, and then to get in there better, I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and cut that off. And then I'm going to take my hot glue gun and glue down the rest of the paper on the side. I wrap white nautical rope around it, and then just regular nautical rope around it on top. And I'm going to take that welcome sign, but first, I made a big old bow, and I didn't show it. But I'm going to take a bunch of greenery. Those white picks I used from white fern from Dollar Tree last year, and then just pine picks and berries and white eucalyptus, because I love it. I love white eucalyptus. I love eucalyptus, y'all. I'm eucalyptus crazy. But anyway, and I put a pine cone in the center of my bow, and some pip berries. They were the pearl ones from Christmas from last year. And that ribbon, I got both of those together from the Walmart after Christmas for 75 cents for 2 big rolls, y'all. Yeah. And I'm just going to hot glue everything back in there. And I'm going to take this welcome. They're out in the stores now for Thanksgiving and fall. And that metallic gold chalk paint by Rust-Oleum. Not chalk paint, spray paint. Good gravy. Put some hot glue gel on my welcome, the back of my word, all over it. And here it is, y'all. What do you think? You like that one? I think it's pretty. Wait till you see Linda's at the end. She does all kind of pizza pans, y'all, and they're gorgeous. Okay, and there's some of them little slats I was talking about earlier that I put on shelves for my angels, but I used the long skinny ones. And I'm going to take that bigger slat of wood from the Dollar Tree and 4 of those other ones. And I'm going to take that Folk Art Home Decor wood tint. It's walnut. I love this stuff, y'all. You don't have to wait to use it, you know, like to let it dry like you do antique wax. So that's a good thing about it. And then I put it on and wiped it off. And I got these 3 little ornaments from the Dollar Tree last year. Now, y'all, I love that tartan, is that what it is? I can't even think. Plaid. Anyway, I love it. But mine was all crooked and tore up, so I'm going to tear them off there. I did have crafting paper, scrapbooking paper to use and couldn't, but the words are, the J and the Y are wood, but that little round thing was cardboard, and when I tried to tear it, break it down, it broke it. Not just broke it down, it broke it. And I'm going to put that, well, I had a plan to do with these laters, but it just didn't turn out. But I put that home decor stain on them. But I'm going to take that red and black buffalo check vinyl from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to trace out excuse me, my little squares there. Yeah, I just used a Sharpie and traced them out, and then I'm gonna number like the first square one, cause you never know them. Yeah, those things are just wonky. You know they are. And I do that home decor wood tint with them too. And I just go around the edges. I did put it all over the back, but just go around the edges with those. Now, if I'd use a pencil, not a Sharpie, because you could see my little numbers. Well, I kind of covered them up, but I don't know, it still bugged me. But I got those scissors from the Dollar Tree. I got 3 different pair, and that was a pain in the butt. And I don't know if because it was vinyl or what, but I had a hard time. But I cut those at 4 inches, excuse me, and then I cut in to about 3 inches square with those scissors. And the blocks were like, I think, 9 blocks down and 6 blocks across. I can't remember. But you all can see, just cut it down smaller so your antique wax will stick out the side. Now, I mess up here, y'all. Of course I do. But I'm just trying to fit those in there like a Tetris piece to make sure they lay flat against my little thing there. I saw Brenda, my friend Brenda from Rustic and Lace, do signs like this, and I thought, well, she's brilliant. So I'm going to try it, and y'all like Brenda. Anyway, so I'm going to take wood glue and hot glue and glue that one upside down. Now, I do this because I like that paint stir stick to be at the top so I can put a big bow on it without it being on my picture, affecting my picture. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Oh, you guys, I love the Hollies, and I know that song, and I don't know why in the world I did never put that together. I'm 47 years old and had no clue that's what my dad was saying. And what's the other one with the black dress? And then, yeah, I love them. Oh, yeah, here's where I realized I stuck it upside down. Look. And the reason being is because my joy was, I think I told y'all, don't do that. And then I'm like, well, yay, that's nice. And I didn't mean to leave that in there, but there it is. So, anyway, I went out to the miter saw, and I cut it off. Cut the handle off, and I glued it on the other end where I needed it. Yeah. And I'm going to take some craft sticks here, and I'm going to attach those together, because it was too weak and wonky. So, I had to, yeah, make it sturdy. And then I'm going to take the whole craft stick, except the round parts, and I'm going to hot glue it and wood glue it to where my handle is attached up there now, because it's got to stay on. Otherwise, it would have stayed on had I not put it on the wrong side. Just don't do that, you guys. Pay attention to where you're putting it. Don't be a Kathy. Oh, goodness. And I'm going to take my Y and my J, and make sure you put them backwards. The Y you don't have to worry about, or the circle, but the J you do. And I put that little thing down. That's what I used. It came off a sign, and I saved them, and it ain't garbage if you can use it right. Anyway, so I take and cut down 2 block lengths of that vinyl, and I put it at the top and the bottom of my sign over there. Are y'all following me? Am I just rambling? If you're new to this channel, hi y'all, how you doing? Stick around, stay a while. We'll have a lot of laughs, because that's what we do here. Isn't that right, y'all? Okay, so I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and cut out all those laters in my circle. And then sand down if there's any excess, but there wasn't really, just a little piece on the O. And I'm going to take some of those pine pick things. I think that's what they're called. I take 2 of them and twist them together, because I want a thicker wreath. But then it looked like my hair when I wake up in the morning, so I trimmed it down. Yeah. And I'm just going to hot glue it on my little circle there, because I'm going to try to make it resemble the one that I was going to use. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's tartan plaid. I wish I could have used that, but just couldn't. And then I'm going to vacuum to show y'all that I cleaned my space. Okay, and I'm going to take one of them little snowflakes from that pack, and I'll give it 2 coats of that Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. And then I'm going to take this pack of stuff that I got. I don't know if I got that last year or year before last from the Dollar Tree. Excuse me. And I'm going to take them little white things and them little teeny tiny pine cones, and I'm going to put it on my wreath there. And I glued my snowflake in the middle. And then I'm going to decorate the top of my little J and Y up. I'm just going to take hot glue, and I'm going to glue Joy down. You know, down the sign. Yeah. And then on my Cricut, I printed out To the World and put it on each of the little boxes. And then I took a little manger scene of baby Jesus laying in a manger. And I'm going to take some, that macrame rope and make me a hanger. And then I'm going to make me a pretty big old, pretty fluffy bow. Go big or go home, right? I wanted a big bow for it. I kind of wish it was bigger. Yeah. And that I got from the Dollar General last year, that ribbon. I don't know, I have so much of that black and white plaid ribbon, y'all. And here it is. And I think that is adorable. Oh my goodness, you guys. Anyway, yeah, I think that's adorable. I hope y'all like it too. Yes, I do. I think, okay. Oh, I want to show y'all those brushes. I got those at the Five Below for $5, and it's a good deal, and they're decent brushes. But because, you know, they're more expensive at Walmart now. But anyway, I got one of them little shelf sitter things, that square shelf sitter thing, and I painted it black, and I've got a piece that Shirley Gutierrez, Shirley, I love you, sent me. And I paint them black, so with the outside and the inner circles of that. And I got that little towel thing from the Dollar Tree, and it's going to take 2 of them. Now, it reminds me of that pressed tin, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take my piece word, and I'm going to trace it out, and then I'm going to cut it out. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But I cut out, like, the inner part of the C and the A with my X-Acto knife. Or the P and something. Anyway, and I just take the back off and lay it down there and take my X-Acto knife and cut that out. Now here I want to piece it together. So you're going to have to cut off that edge trim, you know, where it's dark. Because otherwise, it's not going to lay together good. And I trace it out and cut it out and do all that same and put it on there too. It was actually easy, y'all. And I take Rust-Oleum Linen White Chalk paint and I put it on the top of that, like, stress it down. I think it looks good. Yeah. And then I take my little finger sander and an emery board, big old fingernail file, and I sand down whatever's hanging over, and I splash paint on my thing. And I was like, well, let's just go with it. So I take that metallic paint. That's by Faux for sure. And I just put my brush in it and run my finger over it and put little speckles all over. Happy accident. You know I'm like Bob Ross. You know I am. Anyway, and on my Cricut, I put On Earth, Goodwill to All. And I did it with this foil vinyl I got at Michael's a long time ago, and it looks good. And I just hot glued my peace sign on there. And I got them little silver trees at the Dollar Tree last year. I was like, I don't know why I got silver. I don't know what the world I'm going to do with silver trees. Well, now I know. And I hot glued them down in my little peace sign. And I took the leaves and a poinsettia, a white one, and I pinched it off. No, clipped it up, cut it off. And glued it flat down to my sign there. And I think this is pretty, y'all. It's not really like colors I generally like, but I like this. I think it looks good. Yep, I do. What y'all think? I know I always say that. Y'all don't have to tell me. Well, you can. Anyway, I get those books at the Walmart for $5. I think they're 5 and some change now. I don't know. And there's SKU number, and there's the book. And I was going to flip through and find a piece of paper, and as soon as I opened it, I found that one because it looks like handwriting all over it, and I think that's pretty. So, crack the mustache, y'all. And I'm going to put some Mod Podge down, a thin layer, and I'm going to put my paper on. I think Jessie made me cut off the camera. I got confused. Anyway, and I'm just going to sand off the excess stuff around it. Oh, and then I take the last square plank, I don't know what to call those, in my package, and I'm going to paint it all over with cashew chalk paint by Waverly. Y'all, I've had that cashew for 2 years, and I'm going to take, and I got them at Walmart, them big bottles. I'm going to take one of them round things, there's 2 in a pack, and I'm going to hot glue it with a lot of hot glue to the little square thing, and just take my knife there and cut off the excess foam. Yeah. And then I'm going to take my cashew chalk paint and I'm going to paint that whole thing. Because I didn't, you know, if it's going to be seen, I like for it to be painted. I don't know if it will or not. But anyway. And I'm going to take that Home Decor wood tint. Like I said, it's walnut. And distress my sign with it. Yeah. And I think this looks really good and old and rustic. And I never used that wood tint before. And Shelly Craig, a subscriber, gee whiz, said she distressed with the, and she said she got it because I use it. And I never thought to distress with it. And I thought, oh my gosh, I love it, y'all. I think it looks so good. Yeah, don't you? Anyway, I know I'm asking y'all a lot today about what you think, and then if somebody tells me, I'm going to cry and be like, they said I'm stupid. No, I'm not. Okay, I got that greenery, that fern, is all it said, from the Walmart a forever ago too, and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to poke holes in it with my little Cricut tool, because I couldn't hardly get in that foam, y'all. It was hard. And I just put some greenery down in there. I wanted it to be kind of dark, you know what I mean? And I put some of them pine little picks in there, and just a bunch of different old pieces of greenery that I've had over the years from the Walmart, or from the Dollar Tree Christmas stuff. Good gravy. And put some berries in there, and I put me some little pine cones in there, and I put some frosted glittery stuff in there, leaves and stuff. And I'll put a couple pieces of eucalyptus in there, little tiny pieces, and I love this. And I think I'm gonna hang this on my my cathedral window this Christmas, y'all, because I think that's gonna look good on there. Look, I love that, and it says "Let it snow." Really, I don't want it to snow, but and you know, it's just something you say for Christmas, and it's a cute little song. But I don't like the snow. No. But, yeah. Okay, I got two of these canvases. One of them is a 5x7, and the other is an 8x10, and they both came from the Dollar Tree. I did not show the SKU numbers because I did not think it was necessary, but pardon me if it is. And I'm going to pry the staples out of it, and I don't know how that happened. But anyway, yeah, double take. It's not a menage a trois, what's it called? Oh my gosh. Deja vu. And I'm going to take Crimson Chalk Paint by Waverly and Truffle Chalk Paint, and I'm mixing together and paint the big one. And then I just take the truffle and paint the small one and save our canvases, because we're just going to cut off that excess. Now, that's a wine bag, I believe. Now, why you need a bag for wine, I have no clue, unless it's like a gift, but I don't know. That's just silly. And I'm going to try to take my bag apart. Now, Jessie had gotten a hold of it last year before I got a hold of it just now. So that's why it didn't have tags or anything on it. But you could probably use it. I wanted to use the whole bag, but, you know, things kind of went a different direction because I got an ornery dog. And she is a mess. Anyway, so I cut out my little, have yourself a merry little Christmas. I just love that. And I was like, this is going to be so cute. And anyway, yeah, and it didn't work. See my bag, how messed up it is? Between me and Jessie, we sure did a number on it. Anyway, and then I thought, well, I could not cut that out and just put that on there. Well, burlapfabric.com sent me this big honking roll of ribbon that's really, really thick, y'all. Burlap, I don't know what it's for, but I'm using it for this. So, I'm just going to hot glue it down to my lowered canvas all the way across. Now, I end up cutting the excess off there, obviously. And, then I'm going to take that little ribbon, isn't that cute? And that came from the Dollar General last year. And I'm going to hot glue it on my 5x7 canvas. My dogs are carrying on. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I can only apologize. And then I'm going to cut off the excess there with that little, rolling thing. Anyway, I'm going to hot glue my frame on. And then I was like, oh, no. I had to cut off the corners of that. But it's okay. It came out good anyway. And I'm going to hot glue that down. You know, it fit without the frame. And then, duh. And then I'm going to hot glue my big old thing there onto the 8x10 frame. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm a mess. And I don't mean to be, it's just who I am. I have ADHD and I lack of sleep all the time. So, take what you can get or get. This is what you get. I don't know. You know the saying. I apparently don't. See, I'm a mess. And I take little tiny ribbon, and I don't know where I got it. It looks like Michael's, but I thought it came from the Dollar Tree, y'all. And I take some masking tape and put it over. That's going to be my hanger. Yep. And I'm going to take that burlap ribbon and just do the awareness bow and take some jute and tie it up and wrap it around it. And I cut my little legs at an angle. I don't know what they're called. Tails. Yeah, probably tails, not legs. And then apparently fuss with that bow for 3 days. Then I'm going to hot glue it down. And then I'm going to take some of that greenery again. That shiny, glittery greenery. And that white eucalyptus. It's all glittery and stuff. All Christmassy. And some berries. And I'm going to put it there on my sign. And make y'all watch every bit of it. And here it is. And I think that is adorable, y'all. I think these are Rustic Christmas DIYs. And I hope you all like them. And I love you all from the bottom of my heart. This is Linda Collins. There's that wrapping paper she sent me. Look at these beautiful pizza pans she makes. I know, right? And this is Terry Lindsay. She made my swag. It is so cute. She did such a good job. Hers is prettier than mine and bigger than mine. Yeah. And look, oh my goodness. She made her house instead of a barn, and it turned out magnificent.